Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. There are 8 days left in year 4 of the FSBL, and we come to you live from Forbes Field in Pittsburgh, where the St. Louis Cardinals have risen from the dead to get within 2.5 games of the division lead, and in the process have wrecked the defending champion Pirates' master plan. St. Louis has taken the first 3 games of this 4-game set against the Pirates squad that has followed up a 4-game sweep of the Reds with 5 straight losses. The Pirates face the division-leading Cubs for a 3-game set at Wrigley starting tomorrow, but their collapse here against the Cardinals has put them in a spot where they conceivably will no longer control their own destiny in this mediocre NL Central. Both teams are now 4 back in the wildcard race with 3 teams ahead of them for that final spot. So it seems like the vision or bust from these rivals from here on in. Bob Gibson and Babe Adams coming at you from Forbes Field. Adams 13-12, a 3.61 earned run average on the season. Adams has been very solid. He's pitched to some tough luck. And again, he has been going deep into these games, 13-12, plenty of decisions for Babe Adams. Ray Lankford, a terrific season for the Cardinals, riding a 10-game hitting streak. We'll lead things off for St. Louis as we get underway here at Forbes. A sunny Sunday afternoon here in Pittsburgh. Lankford smashes the first ball down to first. Beckley knocks it down, flips to Adams covering, and they get Lankford by half a step for out number 1. Your Cardinals lineup: Lankford, Hornsby, and Harper. Mize, Edmonds, and Boyer. Hafey, Simmons, and Ozzie Smith. Rogers Hornsby will step in. Hornsby heating up here these last couple weeks of September. And do the Cardinals ever need that? Still a down year for the Raja, batting .261 after 3 straight 300 seasons. But 27 homers, 81 RBIs. He's got a 10-game hitting streak as Lankford. Or does. Game isn't over yet. He still does. 1-0 pitch from Adams. High fastball. Hornsby fouls it off. One offering from Adams. Curveball is in for a called strike. Both teams 76 and 79. It has been a mediocre year in this National League Central. Cubs leading it right at the 500 mark. Breaking ball there, chopped to short in the hole. Bell ranges right, throws across his body, and gets Hornsby for out number 2.
Batting third, the right fielder, Bryce Harper.
So that'll bring up Bryce Harper. Harper acquired before the trade deadline in July. .287, 30 homers, 87 RBIs. In the top 10 in the league in OPS, Harper has started to heat up as well. First pitch swing here, he rips a breaking ball from Adams, foul. 40 doubles for Harper. Saw on that placard right when this game opened up, and you saw the lineup, you saw the hot symbol next to the first 6 batters in this Cardinals lineup. Hot at the right time, but it's been a tough climb back. It's still odds against the Cardinals completing the climb back to their 3rd division title in 4 years. Breaking ball there from Adams gets Harper fishing. So a strong first inning for Babe Adams. Cardinals go down in order. We'll head to the bottom of the 1st here on a beautiful day at Forbes Field. Cardinals nothing. Pirates coming up. On the hill for St. Louis, Bob Gibson. 14-6, a 3.09 earned run average for Gibby. He's fought walk issues at times this year, but on the whole, Bob Gibson has had a very strong season. Again, Gibson entering this year had been a bit of a disappointment in the FSBL from a regular season. He'll face Fred Clark. Clark steps in, the left fielder batting .252 for the Pirates. Gibson has been a sensational postseason pitcher for the Cardinals. Cardinals made it to the National League Championship Series in each of the first 2 years of the FSBL. Taken down by the Giants both times. Gibson had never really pitched to the expected Gibson level in the regular season until this year. Behind Clark here, 2-0. Fastball there, borderline pitch, doesn't get the call, they call it low. So 3 straight balls from Gibson to Clark to open things up here in the bottom of the first. Gibby delivers on the outside corner, tailing fastball, gets the black. At least in the eyes of the umpire for a 3-1 count. Now goes Peter to the top of the zone. So Gibson has it back to a full count now. 3-2 offering coming to Clark. Breaking ball, and Fred Clark lays off for the walk. So Gibson fell behind 3-0, fought back, but walks the leadoff man. And now here's Manny Sanguin. Sanguin banged 277. Curveball from Gibson. In for a called strike. 2 homers, 26 RBIs for Sanguin. Sanguin had a 19-game hitting streak earlier on this year. 0-1 offering from Gibson. Fastball does not get the call there. It's 1-1. Maybe from the set, delivers. Slider is in for a call and strike. 1-2 the count here. Gibson working the Sanguin. Maybe would love a ground ball here. Sanguin, someone who can be doubled up. Here's the pitch. And he gets him with the slider. He'll take the strikeout instead. Down goes Sanguin. Gibson's first strikeout. There's one away here in the bottom of the first.
The right fielder, Roberto Clemente.
Curveball, fastball, slider. So that'll bring up the red-hot rookie, Roberto Clemente. Clemente batted .280 now. 22 homers, 79 RBIs, I believe. Let's see if they show the stat placard there. Somewhere in that vicinity. Gibson delivers. Clemente grounds it to third. Boyer has it. His only play is going to be to first. And they get Clemente. The runner was in motion there on that one. So Clemente bounces it to Boyer. Your Pirates lineup, Clark, Sanguin, and Clemente, as you've seen. Stargell, Elliott, and Van Slyke. Bell, Walker, and Jake Beckley. The Pirates 13th in the National League in on-base percentage. That is not ideal. Here's Willie Stargell. Stargell batting .270. You have a runner in scoring position here now. First pitch curveball. In for a called strike. 31 homers, 78 runs batted in for Stargell. Stargell rips this one to left. Langford playing shallow. He's going back on it. It's going to be off the wall. Clark will come home to score. Stargell will pull in at second with an RBI double, and the Pirates strike first. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh. 23rd double of the season for Stargell. So Langford playing shallow to the opposite field against Stargell. But Willie's got power to all fields. And Langford, a fine outfielder and a speedy fellow, gets beat there by Willie. One hopper off the wall and left. 1-0. Here's Bob Elliott. Elliott batting .249. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Edmonds is coming hard. They're going to wave Stargell around third. Here's the throw to the plate, and Stargell is in safely. It's 2-0 Pittsburgh. So Bob Elliott bounces a base hit up the middle. They send Stargell aggressively. And he comes home for the second run. So now 2 away, 2-0 Pittsburgh. Here's Andy Van Slyke. And Slyke batting .269. Slider from Gibson misses away. 21 homers, 63 runs batted in for Slick. Gibson deals. Changeup swung on and missed. One and one the count. Thumbs up and in. Backs him off the plate. Two-one offering. Gibson with the fastball in for a called strike. 2-2 pitch. Good breaking ball gets him, and the side is retired. But the Pirates strike for two. Here in the bottom of the first, we'll head to top of two. Here at Forbes, 2-0 Pittsburgh. So here's Johnny Mize. Mize, 272, 43 homers, third in the league, 101 RBIs, tied for fourth in the league. A terrific season for the big cat down at first. Adams delivers. Curveball misses away. Curveball down low. Mize, another one of the players in the game who is affected by the on-again, off-again retired number glitch. Some guys whose numbers are retired, you can assign. Others you can't. Clemente can wear his 21, no problem there for the Pirates, but Mize cannot wear his number 10 for the Cardinals. Breaking ball there. Mize, regardless of number, lines a base hit in the right. Leadoff man is on. Here's Jim Edmonds. Edmonds batting .263. The ball misses down low. Edmonds, third member of this Cardinals team to be riding a 10-game hitting streak coming in today. Langford and Hornsby also riding 10-game hitting streak. This one is a bullet to second, but a beautiful diving play by Neil Walker. 4-6-3 double play. Neil Walker at second with the diving stop. He takes a base hit away from Jim Edmonds. And if Walker is going to play second base remotely like that, Bill Mazeroski won't see the field again. Mazeroski has been an offensive black hole for Pittsburgh. Here's Ken Boyer. Boyer red hot. He's got that average up over 300 now. 305, 21 homers, 74 RBI. Boyer out to left. Clark ranging over, puts it away, and the side is retired. So Adams gets some defensive help from Walker. We'll head to the bottom of the second. It's 2-0 Pittsburgh. Bell, Walker, and Beckley due up. Here's Jay Bell. Bell batting .248.
Not shortstop.
18 homers. That's a career high for Bell. 53 runs batted in. Fastball. And there for a called strike. Fastball there, gassy. And it's 0-2. Looked in. Rocks and five. Fastball out of his zone. It's in rocks and fires. And the slider on the outside corner gets him. Down goes Bell. Third strikeout for Gibson. There's one away here in the
The
second.
second baseman, Neil Walker.
So that'll bring up Neil Walker. Walker batting .264. Fastball in for a called strike. 9 homers, 24 runs batted in for Walker. Gibson delivers. Fastball misses low. Breaking ball up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. So Walker with a 1-out single here in the bottom of the second.
Batting ninth, the first baseman,
That'll bring up the first baseman, Jake Beckley. Beckley has become a reserve player for the Pirates here this season. Batting .247. Brought that average up a bit from being relegated to the bench. Louis Stargell started the season playing left field, but Beckley's failures moved Stargell to first base. Got the Pirates doing more of a cycle through the outfield. Stenzel plays a bit. Max Carey plays a bit. As does Andy Van Slyke. Really the only full-time, everyday guy out there is Clemente, the rookie in right. Two and 0 the count here as Gibson works to Beckley. Fastball. Beckley pops this one up and foul ground. Plenty of room for Boyer in the shadows. Puts it away for out number 2.
now batting,
So 2 outs, 1 on.
Fred Clark.
Gibson will work here to Fred Clark. He walked Clark to open the game, and I'm sure Gibson will tell you angrily that is what let that first inning get a little bit away from it. First pitch slider to Clark here, misses down and in. One and 0 the count. Gibson delivers. Slashed foul outside third. One and 1 the count. Gibson works to Clark. Here's the pitch. Another curveball. That one rides inside. Backs Clark off. Foolish fans booing at a breaking ball as though there was any intent to hit him. Trust me, if Bob Gibson wants to hit you, he's going to. It will not be with a breaking ball. Fastball there. Clark swings and misses, and the count goes to 2-2. Gibson from the set. Delivers. Clark goes down fishing. Would have been ball 3. Clark tries to protect and fouls it off. Two-two offering. Clark chops it to second. Hornsby has it. Goes the short way for the force. And the side is retired. So down go the Pirates. We'll head to the top of the third here at Forbes Field. Pirates trying to stop a 5-game losing streak. They lead it 2-0. Here's Chick Hafey. Hafey, a good sophomore campaign. 277, 25 homers. 64 runs batted in. He steps in to face Babe Adams, who's needed only 16 pitches to get through the first 2 innings. Pitch fastball from Adams. It's a called strike. Round ball up the middle, ranging to his left is Bell, and he can't come up with it. Hafey is gonna be on. Not an easy play, but a play that Bell should make. They're going to call it an infield base hit. Hafey runs well enough. He may have beaten that out anyway, but that's a ball that Jay Bell needs to be gobbling up. 1 away. Or excuse me, 1 on. No outs. Here's Ted Simmons. Switch hitter batting lefty here. He rolls this one to first. He does not hit it hard. Simmons will be the only play they have. So that basically works into an unintended sacrifice. Simmons is retired. Hafey moves up to second.
Smith.
One away. That will bring up the Wizard, Ozzie Smith. Smith, 270 on the year, 33 stolen bases. Adams delivers. Smith holds it back. Adams from the set. Delivers, breaking ball, rolled up the middle, past the diving Walker. It's going to be a base hit into center. Van Slyke won't bother trying to make a throw home. Hafey comes in to score, and the Cardinals are on the board on an RBI single from the Wizard. It's now 2-1 Pittsburgh. Breaking ball there down at the bottom of the zone, and Smith just takes what he's given, puts it back up the middle. Order turns over. Here's Ray Langford. Langford 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Throw into the first. Smith dives back. Hear a loud slam at some point out of nowhere during the course of this broadcast. It'll be because there's a mosquito in the broadcast booth. That will meet its maker if it comes close enough to me to do so. Here's Adams. Delivery, curveball misses inside. 39 hits, 8 home runs for the Cardinals. Thus far in this series, they have taken the first 3 games of this 4-game set. As you mentioned in the intro, that's really huge from the Pirates' perspective in particular. Obviously, the Cardinals as well. But the Pirates have a 3-game series coming up against the division-leading Cubs starting tomorrow. Had the Cubs been able to fare better in this series, they would have kind of controlled their own destiny heading into Chicago. Smith goes, throw down to second from Sanguin is nowhere near in time. Smith is in with his 34th stolen base of the season. Two and two. The count here as Adams works to Langford. First ball misses down low. Rogers Hornsby waits on deck. The 3-2 offer. Langford chops it to third. Elliott kicks it. Throws to first. Smith will hold at second. There's 2 away.
Now batting, number 0.
So 2 down. Smith the tying run at second for Hornsby. Hornsby grounded out his first time up. 3 for 10 in the series. Fastball there. Is fouled off for strike one. Be a complicated final week here in the National League. Well, it's possible. I mean, if the Cubs go on a winning streak, that would kind of help settle a lot. Hornsby can't hold up there, and he's in a hole here, 0-2 to Adams. American League side, the 5 teams in the postseason are set. It is just a matter. Hornsby swings a 1 in the dirt. Sanguin knocks it down, throws to first, and gets him to retire the side. We'll get back to the American League playoff picture in a moment. Ozzie Smith with the RBI single here in the top of the third. We'll head to the bottom half at Forbes Field. Pirates 2, Cardinals 1. So here's Manny Sanguin. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And in the American League, Yankees and the A's are locked into their divisions. They have run away with those. The Red Sox are are secured of a wild card spot. Right now, they hold the top spot. That was ahead of the Twins for the bulk of the season, but the Twins have frankly been absurd. The Twins since August 24th. Let's see if I have it on a write-up. I think I did earlier here, just so I don't go misstating the record. Let me see it. Scroll back here in the booth. 21-3 since August 24th for the Twins, who have chased down the Tigers. The Twins now lead the American League Central, and it is the Tigers who are in that second wild card spot. And both teams are short of a playoff berth, but nobody wants that single elimination play-in game. And they certainly don't want it, as well as the Red Sox have been playing down the stretch. Unable to gain ground on the Yankees in that American League East, but the Red Sox couldn't end up with 95 games in a wild card spot, 95 wins in a wild card spot. Full count here. Gibson works to second in. Three-two pitch, popped up, shallow right, going out. Hornsby, he'll get underneath it, puts it away for out number one.
The right fielder, number 21.
So that'll bring up Clemente. Clemente grounded out his first time up. Clemente found it a little slow to find his footing here in the FSBL, here in this rookie camp. He's got his numbers to a very respectable first season. Best is yet to come for the cannon-armed Pirates right field. Shoots that one to the right side, but foul, and Vincent's ahead of him 0-2. Here's the pitch. Down to first. Mize picks it. He'll take it to the bag himself, and there's two away.
Now batting, number 8.
So here's Willie Stargell. Stargell is 1 for 1. Had an RBI double for the first run of the game for the Pirates. He then scored on the Andy Van Slyke single to make it 2-0 in the first. Slider is in for a called strike. Good curveball there from Gibson. He's ahead of Stargell 0-2. Gibby rocks and fires down in the dirt. Bounced well before the plate. Stargell lays off. Fastball off the plate. It's 2-2. Gibson winds and fires. Fastball swung on and missed. Down goes Stargell. Gibson fans him to end the third. We're a third of the way through here at Forbes. Pirates 2, Cardinals 1 as we head to the fourth. So Babe Adams takes the hill. Here to start the fourth inning, Bryce Harper will step in for the Cardinals. And Harper acquired right around the trade deadline from the Montreal Expos. The deal that sent Johnny Padres, who the Cardinals had acquired from the Dodgers last offseason, and rookie prospect Lou Brock to the Expos. Chopped into the shift, Elliott gets it basically at shortstop. Throws out Harper for out number 1. Brock has played pretty well, getting everyday playing duty for the Expos, but Harper has been a significant plus here for the Cardinals during their resurgence since the All-Star break. Here's Mize. Mize singled his first time. Fastball misses up high. Curveball there, misses down low. 2-0 the count. Curveball is a ball and strike. 2-1 offering. Mize pulls it down to Beckley. Beckley dives, knocks it down. Adams tries to get over there to cover, and he does. Mize is set aside for the second out. Nice job there by Beckley to lay out and knock that ball down. So 2 away. Here's Edmonds. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Smack down to third. Elliott picks it on the in-between hop. Nice play there by Bob Elliott. That's one of those tougher than it looks deals. And Elliott throws out Edmonds. So we'll head to the bottom of the fourth here at Forbes. Pirates 2, Cardinals 1. Elliott, Van Slyke, and Bell 2 up for the Buccos. Here's Bob Elliott, the reigning National League batting champ.
The third baseman.
Elliott had an RBI single. I believe I said incorrectly before that Andy Van Slyke had that RBI single. Bob Elliott drove him before he started. Fastball swung on and missed. Gibson rocks and fires. Fastball is fouled off. Owing to the count. Gibson delivers. And that's a nice looking curveball. Gibson doesn't get the call, and the look on Gibson's face says that he is none too pleased about it. One-two offering from Gibby. Gets Elliott reaching. Fastball well out of the zone. Elliott gets a piece of it. Stay alive. 1-2 pitch. Elliott lines it to second but right at Hornsby for out number 1.
Now batting, number 18.
So that'll bring up Van Slyke. He struck out his first time. 1 for 10 in the series. Misses for ball 1. Ball misses down low. Fastball there on the inside corner. 2-1. Gibson delivers. Shot out to left. Langford retreating. He's there. Puts it away for out number 2.
Up next for Pittsburgh.
So 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. That'll bring up Jay Bell. Bell struck out his first time. Gibson rocks and fires. Inside fastball. Bell turns it, skies it, foul down the left field line and out of play. Oh, 1 offering from Gibson. Slider off the plate. One pitch. Curveball misses down low. Now goes to 2-1. One misses 3-1. Slider there is fouled off. So the count goes full. Gibson working the Bell here in the bottom of the fourth. Fastball right down the middle. Not sure what Bell was looking for, but the straight cheddar apparently wasn't it. Down he goes. Gibson fans him to end the inning. We'll head to the top of the fifth. It's still 2-1 Pirates. Here's Ken Boyer. Boyer is 0 for 1. He lined out his first time. Boyer, 7-14 so far in the series. First pitch curveball from Adams. Here's a called strike. Another breaking ball. Boyer fouls it off. Adams will throw a variety of curveballs at you. 0-2 pitch. Out in the dirt, Boyer lays off. One-two offering. Curveball, one hopper to second. Walker picks it cleanly, throws to Beckley, and there's one away.
Now batting, designated hitter, Chick Hayfie.
So that'll bring up Chick Hayfie. Hayfie 7 for 15 in the series after his single earlier. He came around to score. Ball is a called strike. Hayfie pops this one up, drifting over towards the dugout. It'll find the seats. Out of play. Count is over 2. Adams delivers. Fastball swung on and missed. He gashes Hayfie for the second out of the inning. Third strikeout for Babe Adams.
Up next for the Cardinals, the catcher, Ted Simmons.
Curveball, fastball, fastball. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Down he goes. So here's Simmons. He's 0 for 1. Breaking ball, grounded to second. Walker has it easily, throws to first, and the side is retired. So Babe Adams continues to roll along here for the Buccos. We are midway through here at Forbes. Pirates 2, Cardinals 1. Here's Neil Walker. Walker singled his first
For the
time.
Pirates, the second baseman, Neil Walker.
It's in at 64 pitches to open up the fifth. Slider is in for a called strike. Gibson rocks and fires, misses down low. One pitch. Slash the other way, foul. One-two pitch. Popped up, foul ground. Boyer thinks about it, but realizes there's not enough hang time on that one. It falls harmlessly. And the count will stay at 1-2. Gibson delivers. Curveball down low. 2-2 the count. Fly ball out to right center, carrying pretty well. Harper giving chase, goes back, and Harper misplays that ball. That gets past him. Runner goes around second, heading to third. Hornsby's throw will come home. That may be a Sun-aided triple for Neil Walker. Harper got there and then couldn't make the play. Check this one out. This one keeps carrying, but Harper is there. He just can't come up with it. This is a very big outfield here at Forbes, but that's a big misplay by Bryce Harper. Here's Jake Beckley. He's 0 for 1. Fastball misses up high. Gibson certainly doesn't want to show up his outfield with the look on Bob Gibson's face. Not one of pleasure watching that occurrence out in right field. Slider misses away. It's 2-0. Gibson from the set. Delivers. Beckley out to center field. That'll get the run home. Edmonds is there. Puts it away. Throw comes in. Nowhere near in time. Walker comes in to score, and it's 3-1 Pirates. Nothing Edmonds could do about that. So the Hopper misplay in right field proves costly. 1 out, now nobody on. Order turns over for Fred Clark. Clark is 0 for 1. Also walked and scored. Fastball misses up high. Fastball off the plate. It's 2-0. There's a shot out to right. Harper chasing another one. Very similar play, though this one Harper's not going to get near. That's going all the way to the wall. Again, a huge outfield here at Forbes Field. Relay comes in, but it's going to be a triple. That one a legitimate one for Fred Clark. The second triple of the inning for the Pirates. Who are now striking, threatening to strike again and extend the lead. Haven't seen bullpen action yet for the Cardinals. Gibson deals to Sanguian. Fastball misses outside. Clemente waits on deck. Sanguian is 0 for 2. There, gets him out in front. As we say that, there is bullpen action. Jim Gott, the right-hander, Al Raboski, the lefty, throwing for the Cardinals. And the Cardinals have done a great job to get themselves back into this race after a terrible first half, in which basically everybody, except for Gibson and Johnny Mize, underperformed. And Ray Lankford. Ray Lankford is out. Everybody else was below expectations. Sliced down to first. That's picked behind the bag nicely by Mize. But it'll get the run home, and it's 4-1 Pirates. So a productive out there from Sanguian. You can see the frustration on Bob Gibson. 2 away. Here's Clemente. He's grounded out twice. Roberto 7 for 16, 3 homers in the series. He's about the only thing that's gone right for the Pirates coming into today here. Finale of this 4-game set. Slider is in for a called strike. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Slider off the plate. Delivers. Gets him fishing at the slider. Down goes Clemente. And the side is retired. But the Pirates strike for a pair. The misplay by Harper goes down as a triple, not an error. But that's one of those, they never call it an error, but should be an error kind of plays. But Harper's misplay opens the gates. Cardinals now trail 4-1 as we head to the 6th. Babe Adams has been rolling along, 45 pitches through 5 innings. Cardinals playing like a team with a flight to catch. Breaking ball misses down and away. Again, both these teams 4 games out of the wild card spot, but with only 8 games left to play, 7 after today. Kind of feels like it's division or bust for these two teams. There's a fly ball to right field, carrying a bit. Clemente goes back. He lines it, puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, the left fielder, Ray Lang.
So that'll bring up Lankford. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. Adams delivers. Fastball misses inside. Chopper up the middle. Seeing eye base hit. So Langford is on with a 1-out base hit. Chopped back up the box. Langford will extend his hitting streak to 11. And that'll bring up the Raja. Raja's Hornsby. Willie Mays leads the league in batting and in home runs. He is trying to chase down teammate Roger Connor for the RBI lead and win a triple crown. That feat has yet to be achieved here in the FSBL. We've had multiple guys take 2/3 of the triple. Jimmy Fox has done it. Garrick has done it. Mays got 2/3. The RBI figure is the figure that actually stopped him the last time. Bryce Harper now he's Cardinals with the RBI title that season. That was the year Mays missed about 3 weeks with a knee injury. 2-1 count. Adams works to Hornsby, who shoots this one slicing shot to right field. Clemente giving chase, and he gets there and makes the grab. Oh, Clemente is so good out there. He makes it look so easy. That is a slicing shot off the bat of Hornsby, but Clemente reels it in like it's nothing. 2 away. Runner stays at first. That'll bring up Bryce Harper. Harper 0 for 2. Struck out, grounded out, and made a very costly misplay out in right field. Helped set the Pirates up to score 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th. Harper would love to bang a 2-run jack here and atone for that. Johnny Mize waits on deck. Adams deals. Throws ball in for a called strike. And 1 the count. Another curveball on the outside corner. It's 0-2. Adams from the set. Delivers. Down in the dirt. Harper swings over the top of it. They'll throw to first to complete it. And they do. So Babe Adams continues his strong clutch performance here for the Pirates. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Buccos lead at 4-1. And Gibson's day is done after 5. Herboski will come in 10-4, 3.12 earned run average in 58 appearances. So Gibson deserved a bit of a better fate than what this scorecard is going to say. He certainly was not at his best today as Stargell steps in. We'll check the final box score on Gibson again. The first inning, the leadoff walk to Fred Clark is on Gibson himself. But again, the 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th for the Pirates, that all kind of started with Harper's misplay. If he lost the ball in the sun or what, that kind of opened up that inning
Designated hitter
on Gibson.
Number 8.
But he's out with 4 runs after 5. Now the Cardinals bullpen will try to hold the Pirates in check and let this very powerful St. Louis offense try to claw back into this. Chopper up the middle. Hornsby to his right on the backhand, plants and throws and gets Stargell by a step for out number 1. That ball was not hit that hard, but Stargell does not run well. That's a nice play by Hornsby. Here's Elliott. He's 1 for 2. He had an RBI single earlier. Oh, he yanks that fastball foul. Oh, 1 pitch. This is inside. One offer. Popped up Mize underneath it. Puts it away, and quickly there's 2 down in the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, number 18.
So that'll bring up Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke is 0 for 2. He is 1 for 11 in the series. Fastball off the plate for ball 1. Oski rocks and fires. Fastball misses up and away. 2-0 the count. Oski deals. Forkball there. Van Slyke way out in front of it. And the count goes to 2-1. Forkball again. Van Slyke dribbles that one foul. The count now goes to 2-2. And Hungarian rocks and delivers fastball off the plate. Full count, 2 down. Jay Bell waits on deck for the Pirates. In Pittsburgh, trying to break a 5-game losing streak. Grounded down to first. Mize will take it to the bag himself. And the side is retired. So a 1-2-3 inning for Hrabowski out of the Cardinals bullpen. Now St. Louis will see if they can get the offense rolling against Babe Adams. Pirates 4. Cardinals 1 as we head to the 7th. Here's Johnny Mize. Mize is 1 for 2.
The first baseman, number 22.
6 for 15, a homer and 5 RBIs in the series. Cardinals offense has had its way with Pirates pitching over the 3 games before today. John Robinson and Kent Jacoby throwing out in the Pirates bullpen. 0-1 pitch. Curveball misses down low. Big time performance here from Babe Adams to this point. A huge game for the Pirates. Again, the Pirates have an advantage over the Cardinals. They both have the same record. Both sitting a pair of games behind the division-leading Cubs entering the day. But the Cardinals don't play the Cubs anymore. The Pirates have a 3-game series at Wrigley after they leave here today. So the Pirates, a win here would allow the Pirates to still control their destiny, where if they could get a sweep in Chicago, they would reclaim the division lead. That's putting the cart quite a bit before the horse. Full count offering. Adams works to Mize here, and he misses with ball 4 down in the dirt. So Mize draws a leadoff walk here in the top of the 7th. Here's Jim Edmonds. Edmonds 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. Pirates bullpen has not been great this year. Edmonds ground ball to short. This could be 2. Bell flips it to Walker on the first. 6-4-3 double play. Well, if you're Babe Adams, you couldn't have ordered it up much better than that. Edmonds hits a tailor-made double play ball to Jay Bell. Easy double play, 2 down, none on. Here's Ken Boyer. Boyer is 0 for 2. He's lined out and grounded out. Curveball in for a called strike. Curveball misses down low. Another curveball misses. 2-1 the count. Line shot. Deflects off Adams. Bell with the play, and he gets him. Oh, what a play, Jay Bell. Deflected off of, I believe it was the back of Babe Adams. Bell able to corral it behind the bag at second, throws the first to retire Boyer. So Hrabosky worked a scoreless 6. Lindy McDaniel will come on here for the 7th. 3 and 4 at 3.5 earned run average in 55 appearances. Daniel comes on. He will face Jay Bell. How many times have you seen it, folks? Guy makes a great play in the field and leads off the following inning. I don't know how many times, but I do know broadcasters, for some odd reason, love saying it every time it happens. I thought that. It says 6-3, so it doesn't say 1. Maybe this didn't hit Adam. I thought it did. Nope, it went through him. Went kind of between his legs here. Yep, right next to him. It hit off the lip of the mound. That's what kind of killed it. Off the hump. How does the game get the physics of that play right, with the hump kind of killing that ground ball up the middle, and then have something like the uniform glitch in that between innings placard happen? I don't know. That ball's full foul. Strike 1 here for Jay Bell. That fastball is in for a called strike, and the count goes to 0-2. Appreciate you all tuning in here for a little Friday night baseball. And setting up the final week of year 4 of the FSBL. Slashed in the hole. That's a base hit. So an opposite field single, and Bryce Harper, and Harper's having a tough time out there. That won't go as an error either. Bell doesn't take an extra base, but Bell, Harper, who had that misplay on Walker's shot earlier on. This one is lined the other way by Walker. That's going to fall in front of Langford. Runner takes the turn at second, but home. But it's first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. So that'll bring up Jake Beckley. So McDaniel has faced 2 batters. They've both reached. So now let me see here. Gotta check the Cardinals bullpen situation. They've got Gott and Morris. I don't think they have another lefty up there, and they do not. Okay, so that's fine. So they'll have Gott and Morris out. Pair of lefties here, but the fact that they don't have any other lefties because they used Hrabosky already certainly kind of hurts. Hey, Nathaniel, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Appreciate you popping in. Daniel would love a double play ball here. Beckley 0 for 1. Also had a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Fastball misses inside. Two 2-0 the count. Beckley hammers that one to foul. Two-one pitch from Lindy. Changeup gets him swinging way full. Now goes to 2-2. There's a shot. Beckley out to the gap in right center. Long run for Edmonds. Edmonds tracks it down. Nice play, Jim Edmonds. The runner will tag from second. But this is a huge center field at Forbes, and Jim Edmonds makes a heck of a play chasing that down in the gap. So now here's Clark. We'll see. Daniel has given up 2 hits and gave up a scorch ball there. I'm not sure that you're rising with him. Matt Morris has pitched really well lately for the Cardinals, actually. Mound visit. Don't let Morris come into this game. Don't like the vibe if you're the Cardinals there. Again, the Cardinals don't have a lot of room for error right now. Morris 3-0 at 2.55 ERA. over 14 appearances is his call-up from the minors. And you ask, where is everyone else tonight? I have no idea. We actually had a decent number of people showing up in the views. I think we were up to 11 at one point before. Just nobody in the chat. That's okay. Only reason I'm on Fridays is because my wife is, she's a nurse, and by the time Friday comes, she's exhausted. So, depending on how tired she is, how early I come on, and I can do a live game on a Friday. Sky to left. Langford reels it in. The runner's going to tag. Here comes Langford's throw to the cutoff man. They're not going to have a play. Langford does not have a great arm out there in left, and the Buccos have extended their lead. It's 5-1 Pittsburgh. So Morris gets the out, but at the cost of a run. 2 down. Here's Sanguin. He's 0 for 3. Rounded out his last time up. Line shot out to center. Edmonds gives chase. That one's going to fall in front of him, though. Runner goes first to third. It's a single for Sanguin. And runners stay at the corners here for the Bucs. And that will bring up Roberto Clemente. Edmonds was shaded a bit to left center there. That one sunk pretty quickly. So first and third, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Clemente would love to break this one open, and he lashes one to right, slicing, but Harper has had a bit of an adventure out there today. Gets to that one. That's actually a nice play by Harper to end the 7th. But the Pirates extend the lead. We head to the top of the 8th at Forbes. It's 5-1 Pittsburgh. Here's Chick Hafey. Hafey 1 for 2. Got a single, and he scored the lone run of the game. Babe Adams has been sensational. And the Cardinals have certainly helped him out. 69 pitches through 7 innings for Babe Adams. Fastball was in for a called strike. Rick Roden and Lee Meadows throwing out there for the Pirates. Don Robinson and Kent Colby were throwing before. Right now with a 4-run lead, Adams seemingly on cruise control. Sellout here at Forbes Field, 35,000. And with huge playoff race implications here in the final week. And the Cardinals took the first 3 games of this 4-game set. Both teams entered the day 2 games back of the division-leading Cubs. Grounded to third. Big hop comes up for Bob Elliott. Throws over to first. There's one away.
Now batting, catcher, Ted Simmons.
Here's Ted Simmons. Simmons is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. Rough series for Simmons. He's only 2 for 16. Which is particularly striking given the damage the Cardinals have done throughout this series over the first 3 games before today. Speaks further to the terrific performance Babe Adams has put up. He's ahead of Simmons here, 0-2. And another great curveball from Adams. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Down goes Ted Simmons. Strikeout number 5 for Babe Adams. There's 2 away.
Ozzie Smith.
So that'll bring up the Wizard. Ozzie Smith steps in. Smith drove in the lone Cardinals run. He's 1 for 2. Ball misses down and away. And less than 1 more week of playoffs in your league. Yup, this is September 21st. So this is a Sunday. And then the week ends next Sunday on league calendar. It'll probably take me a little while past that. Ground ball there from Smith. Ends the inning as Adams continues to roll. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 5-1 Pirates. So I'm going to do 2 other games on the schedule because now I did a post earlier on about playoff picture and all that kind of stuff. Mets and Braves is a huge game, so I'm going to do that broadcast, and I'm also going to do Tigers Twins, which is huge. That now that the Twins have chased down the Tigers to take over the AL Central lead, somewhat stunning fashion. Twins have gone 21-3 over the last almost month. Just an incredible performance down the stretch by the Minnesota Twins. That ball was ripped down the right field line, but foul. The Tigers still, again, Tigers and Twins will both make the playoffs. It's just a matter of who wins the Central, who ends up with the wild card. Curveball down in the dirt. The National League picture, a bit more complicated than that. Just because there's more teams in the wild card hunt. Nobody is within 10 games of the wild card race. Everybody else has been eliminated. So we know the 5 teams in the American League. Yes, the Twins are mirroring their real-life counterparts here in the FSBL at the moment. They're playing red-hot baseball. That one is lashed the other way. That's going to be extra bases. Langford goes to the wall. He'll retrieve it. But it is a lead-off double in the bottom of the 8th for Willie Stargell. His 24th double of the season, his second double of the game. His first, back in the first, opened up the scoring. So here's Elliott. He's 1 for 3. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. The Blue Jays have been scorching hot here in the FSBL, but too little, too late for them. They've won, I believe, 8 in a row. Slider swung on and missed. Blue Jays, at this point, just looking for their first 500 season in the FSBL. Chap back to the mound, right at Morris. Throws the first, is 1 away. Marlins over the Phillies, 5-3 in Philadelphia. Phillies, of course, have settled in. They should have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Cubs lead the Brewers 1-0 in the 8th. Teddy Higuera and Fergie Jenkins locked up in a terrific pitcher's duel at Wrigley. The Brewers, just a miserable month for Milwaukee. The Brewers, if you remember, started the month in first. Again, I believe it was only by a game or so. This whole NL Central has been so packed. But the Brewers started out the month in very good position. But they've gone 3-10 over the last 2 weeks to fall out of contention. Here's Jay Bell. He's 1 for 3. You know, that one hurts Nathaniel, our resident Brewers fan. Certainly a step forward for the Brewers this year. The addition of Higuera certainly helped. 2 outs, runner on second. That one is scorched to left. That's going to be a base hit. Langford cuts it off, but Stargell, off on contact, will come around the score. It's an RBI single for Jay Bell, and the Pirates extend the lead to 6-1. So if the current results hold, the Pirates will open up this upcoming 3-game series with the Cubs starting tomorrow. 2 games back in the division, but controlling their own destiny. If they get a sweep over the Cubs, they will take over first place in the National League Central. Here's Neil Walker. Terrific day for Walker. He's 3 for 3. Make it 4 for 4. He dunks a base hit into right field. So Neil Walker. Walker also made a terrific play on defense. Again, Walker keeps doing stuff like this.
The first baseman,
Bill Mazeroski is never going to see the field again for the Pirates. So here's Beckley. Again, Cardinals don't have a lefty in the bullpen. They're going to let Morris face him. And Beckley lines a base hit into center. We'll see if they wave the runner home, and they will. It's an RBI single for Jake Beckley, and it's 7-1 Buccos as the Pirates pour it on late. Jake Beckley comes through with the RBI single.
Your attention, please. Now,
so that's going to be it for Morris, who struggled. Ernie Broglio came up at the start of the month from the minors for the Cardinals. No record at 2.13 ERA in 3 appearances. Broglio will come on and try to finish out this disaster for St. Louis. 7-1, 2 on, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Breaking ball from Broglio down in the dirt. Again, the Cardinals' big issue, obviously it's good that they came in here and took 3 of 4 from the Pirates, but they don't have any more games against the Cubs. So the Cardinals are going to have to win and hope for help. And the fact that the Cubs and Pirates are playing each other also hurt. That would single out in the right. Harper's throw home is not going to be in time. Walker comes in to score. It's an RBI single for Fred Clark, and the Pirates extend their lead to 8-1. That is a very close play at the plate. Gets his hand just behind the tag from Ted Simmons. Here's Sanguian. He's 1 for 4.
The catcher, Manny Sanguian.
Slider misses inside. Cardinals scored 17 runs in the opening game of this series. Sanguian fly ball to center. This should finally end the misery for the Cardinals. Edmonds puts it away, and the side is retired. But the Pirates blow it open. We'll head to the 9th here at Forbes. Pirates 8, Cardinals 1. Top of the order coming up for the Cardinals as they look for a miracle. Babe Adams will start the top of the 9th against Ray Langford. Langford is 1 for 3. He singled back in the 6th. First ball from Adams, misses down low. Adams looking for the complete game here. This has been a money performance out of Babe Adams. Langford weakly hits it to second. Walker grabs it, and there's one away.
Number 0.
That'll bring up Hornsby. Hornsby is 0 for 3. Blew out his last time up. Curveball misses away. Hornsby's 10-game hitting streak on the line here. Not that anybody's too concerned about that. Fly ball to center, coming on is Van Slyke. He'll get there. And the Cardinals are down to their final out. So that'll bring up Bryce Harper. Harper is 0 for 3. Struck out his last time up. Again, Harper's big misplay earlier on kind of started getting this game out of reach for the Cardinals. 2-1 game entering that inning. He misplayed that ball in right field that led to the triple. Helped get 2 more runs for the Pirates. They extended their lead to 4-1 that inning and kind of gone off the rails from there for St. Louis. 1-1 the count. Adams rocks and delivers. Curveball, Harper pulls it into the shift. Walker has it, throws the first, and the ball game is over. So the Pirates take the finale after dropping the first 3 games of the series here at Forbes Field. But now the Pirates will get on a plane and head to Chicago for a huge 3-game series against the division-leading Chicago Cubs. Again, the Cubs, pending today's result, Cubs will hold on, still leading the division by 2 games. as that 3-game series comes up. We'll have at least one of those games. Again, the final week of this regular season, I'll do some weekday games in terms of trying to help sort out the playoff picture to get us to the finish line here of the regular season and get things sorted out. So we're going to have a bunch of very important playoff picture games coming up over the next several days. So the Cardinals now in a rough spot. They've made a big comeback this season after the terrible start, but they have a lot of road ahead of them here. They need to win. I would say they probably have to go. I think they have an off day, so I don't think it's 7 games. I think they have 6 games left. But I mean, you got to figure the Cardinals are basically going to have to go 5-1 at this point to have any hope. Again, with the Cubs playing the Pirates, that certainly doesn't help the Cardinals' picture either. In the wild card, they would need every 3 teams ahead of them to fall on their face here. And actually, now the Pirates are ahead of them in the wild card race too, so that would make 4. So it's going to be a tough way for the Cardinals to try to get in there. Your final line score: 8 runs, 13 hits, no errors for the Pirates. 1 run, only 4 hits for the Cardinals. A sensational complete game effort from Babe Adams. 5 strikeouts, only 1 walk, the 1 run allowed back in the 3rd. And that was it. Adams takes the win. Gibson takes the loss. Gibby had been throwing well. But 5 innings, 5 hits, 6 strikeouts, only the 1 walk, but 4 runs. Again, that misplay that really should have been an error on Bryce Harper, leading to those 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th. That was the last inning. Gibson threw. 4 for 4 for Neil Walker, 2 for 4, a pair of doubles, a pair of runs for Stargell, 2 for 3, a pair of RBIs for Fred Clark, and a big win for the Pirates. So we got a couple more games from this Sunday that we'll do over the next couple of days to get us into the final week. Technically, there's 8 days left in the season, including today. We're going to do the Mets-Braves game, with that game being huge, as the Mets have closed the gap on the Braves into that first wild card spot, as have the Dodgers. So all of a sudden, that wild card picture in the National League is really, really interesting at this point. Actually, you know what? We're gonna get out of this game. We're gonna go take a look at that situation really quickly. So a bunch of people probably didn't see the write-up that I did before in the various channels. Well, first of all right, so the Cubs did win. Cubs did win that game. Milwaukee, Chicago. Yep, Cubs won 1-0. Jenkins out-dueled Higuera in that one. Big performance from Fergie Jenkins. So your standings, that National League wild card, right now the Braves, the Dodgers, a fraction of points ahead of the Mets for that second wild card, but the same winning percentage. Diamondbacks 2.5 back, Pirates 3.5 back. Yeah, so the Brewers' tragic number is now 1. The Cardinals' tragic number is now 2 in that race. But so we'll do the Mets-Braves game, and we will also obviously do the AL Central matchup, the Twins and the Tigers, as the Twins trying to finish off the huge comeback and take that American League Central. So that'll do it. Oh, Nathaniel, that's fine. Obviously, you can watch whenever you have the opportunity. I hope the graduation goes well. Just experienced that as well. My son just graduated from college, so he'll take a couple months off before med school starts, and we'll be good to have him home shortly. But yeah, I know the graduation thing well, so hope you have fun at that and catch the broadcasts whenever you have the opportunity to play catch up. That'll do it from here. Appreciate you tuning in here on this Friday evening broadcast. Bang that like button if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't as of yet. And most importantly, be good to each other. And we'll talk soon. The Pirates stay alive in the NL Central.